Welcome to Always Monday Night with your hosts Tina Bay and Chris K.
Okay, everybody, guess what? We are back. Yes, we had a nice long vacation.
Yes.
Yes, my work schedule is Tina's schedule, Tina's social life and all that stuff. It's just, but don't say her social life. We got a little busy, so and everything. But from those who don't know, we have not been a while. It's been a while since we did a show, and our show always Monday night, and we call it always Monday night because wrestling used to be primarily on Monday, and for us, we talk about wrestling every day. So for us, it's always Monday night. Tina, how you been, girl? How's things going?
They're going, but I have a reason to smile because it's the best time to be a wrestling fan.
Yes, definitely. Since Trips is in charge, we're gonna call him Trips. Triple H is in charge.
Trips, yes.
If you haven't seen more evidence of him in charge lately, then you don't know fucking wrestling because it's like it's just evidence after evidence after evidence. Ciampa all of a sudden in a U.S. title match. Bailey's back with a bunch of NXT people. Karrion Kross is back with Charlotte. That Women's Championship tournament started with a bunch of people, with some people from the NXT. The girls came in. Either one set of girls came and they weren't able to do it. So yeah, the evidence is there. It's definitely there. But since our last show, a lot has happened. Just the idea from storyline. Let's see. Just from storyline basis, from AEW and everything. The MJF pipe bomb, which was 7 minutes long. That happened. Lacey Evans turned heel after everybody thought she would be a face. Edge got kicked out of the Judgment Day and Finn Balor took over. Okay.
That was a very good booking decision.
Liv Morgan won Money in the Bank and then cashed in Money in the Bank, which I thought was pretty freaking cool. If you watch that, my best part is when the music hit, they showed a close up of Ronda Rousey and she was shit. I thought that was hysterical. Can't see in the replays, but if you watch the night that you see her go, ah, shit. I thought it was hysterical. Let's see, what else we missed? AEW is getting worse and worse and worse, so I'm not going to talk about AEW. They're just getting ridiculous.
Really? They're getting bad
now?
they're just,
they're just going.
It's Trips.
It's certain people. AEW is just getting bad because of certain factors of veterans. First of all, AEW has a lot of injuries. I don't know if you watched, but AEW has a lot of injuries. A lot of people are on the shelf right now for AEW, so that kind of sucks. But still, like even then, it's just.
Didn't Kenny Omega come back?
Not yet. From what I understand, from the last thing I heard of, he is not back yet. He's probably coming back very, very soon.
I heard he was either back already.
He's almost back. I've heard several reports that he is almost back. There was a rumor that he was going to be back at their Forbidden Door one back. I think it was in June or July, but he showed up for there. I think he's going back to the next pay-per-view. Their pay-per-views are every like 2 months, I think, like that. So I think he's going back for the next pay-per-view. But I'm not a big Kenny Omega fan. I liked him in Japan, but now with the Young Bucks, I'm not a big fan of him.
He's watered down now.
Yeah, Johnny Moxley is the interim champion for AEW. And I didn't know what they mean by interim, but the thing was, what happened was they didn't really strip CM Punk of the title.
Right.
So that's why he's the interim champion.
So when Punk comes back,
they're already built. From my understanding, I already saw some of that. They're already building up the thing because I think CM Punk came out and ripped Johnny Moxley and said something about like he was the third person or something like that. I didn't see the promo yet, but I heard about it. But yeah, a lot has happened, and then we're gonna go to the big thing outside the storylines of what's happening. And have you seen Vince McMahon lately? Oh no, that's right, he retired. He just decided after doing this for 45 years, he said, yeah, I'm going to tweet everybody. He said, yeah, I've been doing this. I'm 77 years old. Time for me to retire. Once again, like my lovely co-host like to say, is they think we're stupid. We're not stupid. You were told to retire. We know exactly what happened. Paying for blowjobs and sex and shit. That's right. I said blowjobs on a wrestling podcast. Isn't that messed up? So what do you think about this?
Hush money.
Hush money. Are you surprised?
I think it's very interesting because I kind of compare it to Clinton in 92, was it? Or 93?
Yeah.
When he was getting a knob job from Monica. And he probably paid to shut her up. with cigars or something. I don't know.
Well, he pushed her from the stories are he kind of like pushed her out of the White House and stuff like that, and then she was trying to get into the White House, and then Linda Tripp came along and blabbed her. She told Linda Tripp what was going on, and Linda Tripp blabbed about it. But anyway,
yeah, they had a recording.
Recordings. Yeah, she started recording stuff, and but it's kind of like that in a way. But the weird part is the sick part about all this is like the first report account saying that he passed her off to John Laurinaitis.
Ugh.
Remember that one? Yeah, that was the first report. So apparently they were sharing her, or like he was done with her, then John Laurinaitis got involved with the one girl. I'm like, ew, like ew.
77-year-old penis.
Yeah, ew.
Gross.
Well, I don't think he's. No, John Laurinaitis not now. He's probably late 50s, maybe 60s, but still, like ew, like
ew.
And the thing is, like John Laurinaitis is married to the Bella twins' mother, apparently, so that's even more ew. Yeah, we talked about this before. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was a rumor. Yeah. So that's it's so sad, but it's almost scary, like because there more and more keep coming out. Now its grand total is up to almost like $20 million of people they hush money with. I'm like, are you what?
I'm in the wrong business.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like it's apparently like paralegals and stuff, and like. It's funny because now I'm hearing that Triple H has nothing for Lacey Evans. Did you hear this?
No.
I heard this on another podcast. I'm not going to say which one. This is say because he might hit me with a racket. But apparently his co-host said that there's a report coming out that Lacey Evans was a Vince McMahon girl, and that was one of his projects, and. He has nothing for her. I understand because you brought her in looking like the biggest baby face in the world, and then you made her heel. So you can't go back to baby face
really quickly.
Yeah, they did it quickly, didn't they? But like, then you can't put her back as a baby face. What are you gonna do? Like, so anyway.
Yeah.
But also,
Did you see the fans? Did you see the fans turning on Liv?
Yes, another thing. Yes, I'm glad. That's another thing I was gonna bring up. Like how quickly they put on her. They were. That was scary. That was upsetting.
That was nasty.
That was really nasty. Yeah, that's a good word for it, nasty. Because like you literally were like, "Oh, she's so great." You cheered the crap out of this girl, and you're all excited. And then
she was on cloud 9, and then they just stripped it right out of her.
And they put this stupid finish in the match, which I was really pissed off about. Like if she hears him counting, why is she tapping at the 2 count? If she was tapping the whole time before he started the 3 count, okay, fine. But it was 1, 2, and all of a sudden then you see her tapping on her leg. Yeah. I'm like, why would you start like that? Why would you do that?
Our friend with the racket said that was a great finish. I didn't like the finish.
I didn't like the finish at all. Maybe in like the wait, hold on. That's what he said. I didn't like the finish at all. I totally agree. I thought it was really bad. I like how it was a trick kind of finish to beat Ronda. Like she didn't physically beat Ronda. So I kind of like that, how she turned her over and got her shoulders down. But the whole her tapping out, like with 1 second left, 1 count left.
There's no reason for it. And they didn't even follow up on it.
They will, I guess, because Ronda is like apparently suspended because she flipped out on everybody. And then she showed up at SmackDown like, I'm not leaving until like you come out here, Pierce. Man, I was waiting for Triple H to come out. Oh man, I was waiting for his music to hit. I'm like,
I was too. I understand
that you're not gonna see Triple H because of everything, but like, come on, how many times you saw Vince back in the days? Come on, man. Yeah, I want to start. I know.
Look at the whole Becky thing on WrestleMania. Was it with Becky, Ronda, and Charlotte?
WrestleMania 36, 37? One of them, like 36 that. Maybe 36.
It was that was a really good time for wrestling with the women.
Yeah,
they had the angle with the cops and stuff, but they were all arrested. That was great.
Yes, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. I do remember that. Also,
I think they're trying to repeat that this past week.
They repeat a lot of things. They repeat a lot of things. It's so like this is why I couldn't stand with the Money Bank with Theory. Like I wasn't really upset that Theory won, but put him in the fucking match in the very beginning.
I know.
Like
it was silly.
Yeah, it was like everybody's like One of the guys I look on TikTok was he blasted me like, "You finally get mad. They're trying to build new stars. You get mad about because you guys want to see AJ." And I understand what he's saying, but the thing is, like, we already saw this. Brock loses his belt at Royal Rumble. Then he enters the Royal Rumble and wins the Royal Rumble. He loses his U.S. Championship and then enters the Money in the Bank and wins the Money in the Bank. Like, we already saw this. Stop doing the same shit over and fucking over again. We're tired of it. Like, you got enough of the model people. I'm tired of seeing models. It was Rick the Model Martel. Then you had Eminem, and now you have these I don't know their fucking names. And you know what? I refuse to learn their fucking names. I refuse. I don't.
The male models, yeah.
The pretty boys, the male models. I'm sick of this shit.
What the hell was his name? Marseille,
my ass, my feet. I don't fucking care. What the fuck is this bullshit?
It is stupid.
But Maxine, is that her name? That girl's
Maxine,
hot.
Yeah.
She's fucking hot. I was like, whoa, okay.
I think Scarlett's pretty hot, to be honest with you.
Scarlett's not bad.
A great body.
Scarlett looks like she's the kind of girl, if you do it wrong, she'll beat your ass. But there was a picture of her, Maxine, I think they're calling her, in a bathing suit somewhere, a bikini. I was like, holy macaroni. So I'm like, guaranteed Vince hired her. Anyway, but yeah, it's going to be an interesting time. It's going to be fun to see what happens in the next couple weeks. It really is. How do you feel about SummerSlam? Overall,
I would have given it a B plus.
Okay.
Maybe a B. Maybe more of a B minus.
I don't like it all. Probably C minus for me, but go ahead. Yeah.
The only thing noteworthy of what I thought was Dakota Kai and Io Sky or Io Shirai, whatever the hell her fucking name is. That put a really good taste in my mouth, but as the night went on, it kind of dragged.
Yes. I felt the same. I feel exactly the same way. It was nice to see him come out. I knew Bailey was going to try. I'm mad we didn't do a pool because I was going to put Bailey showing up because I would have won points. But I knew I had a feeling Bailey was showing up. And like I said, if you can't see the evidence that Tripp's in charge, then you're not watching wrestling. Right. You don't know wrestling, because when they two walked out, I was like, okay.
And that was a long ass aisle, if you ask me. It was like fucking a mile.
Like, I mean, that's like,
and it was like all weird.
You got a road sign halfway down the damn walkway to turn left. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it's just like I understand you're gonna sell out these big shows in the stadiums, and of course you gotta go in the stadiums. Like I'm saying, but like it was just like, wait, what the fuck? Like they're walking down, everybody's just like cheering. By the time they got to the fucking ring, everybody got tired cheering. They stopped freaking cheering.
The crowd's all burned out already.
Yeah, like the first match, you got people returning, people who shouldn't have left in the first place returning. You got a fan favorite returning, and then you have a face turn. You have Becky Lynch turning face. Yeah, and then the rest of the night was just like blah. You know, exactly. It was just like very blah.
It started on a high note, and then it ended kind of like stupid.
Logan Paul apparently can wrestle. That's great. He's awesome.
A great wrestler.
But
I will say that.
A guy that comes in the first time doing better moves than the guys have been doing for 10 years does not make wrestling look good.
Right. It makes it look like anybody can do it.
I'm tired of Dominic and Mysterio. This is getting ridiculous.
That's getting stupid too. Yeah.
That is getting so fucking old.
I think Dominic should have went through the NXT program.
He needs to go back to NXT.
He's still really green. He's still really green.
There's only two things to do with Dominic right now. Get him off TV and bring him back to NXT or whatever. Or put him in the Judgment Day. But I don't think
he wasn't even in NXT.
I know. But I mean, you can't do too much with him. Because this whole thing, obviously, like they always do, like tag teams eventually start going against each other, and I understand that stuff. But like honestly, I don't want to see Rey Mysterio versus Dominic. Like, who wants to see that?
Boring.
Yeah,
I'd like to see Rey retire. Sorry, Rey, I love you, but Rey, you're like
who wants to see that? Like, then you got Rhea Ripley carrying Dominic out to the ring, beat up.
That was
what
funny.
The fuck else you gonna do with this kid now? You just fucking buried this poor kid. Unless it's like I said, unless it's a ruse that he's doing the Judgment Day. Okay, fine, that makes sense. I mean, I can see that coming because it's happened many, many times before.
Yeah.
But I can see that coming. But like in reality, like what else are you gonna do with this kid now? Like what else are you gonna do with him? Like he's not that good. He does seem like he's bulking up a little bit.
Yeah.
I think he's taking Hogan's vitamins, if you know what I mean. Yeah. But like, yeah, what are you gonna do with this kid? I don't get it. Like, I don't get like, what are you gonna do with this kid? Like, it was nice to have the whole like father son first duo winning championship. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, for
But
like
then
a
what?
month, they didn't even get a really good
And I
stretch of
think-
the belt. They're more like transitional champions.
And then Usos, I think, are the ones that won the belt back. That's Usos
Yes.
beat them to start their streak with the SmackDown. So yeah, I mean, like,
Yes.
I don't know, like.
I'm
It
just
took-
waiting for the bloodline to get every single thing, the 24/7 title.
Well, yeah.
the
The rumors were months and months and months ago that Naomi was probably going to join the bloodline, but
That
then
would've
they
been
walked out.
awesome.
But now they're talking about they're coming back. They're probably going to make an appearance after this tag team tournament's over, get their belts back, which I think would be cool. If that's going to be Dakota Kai and Winterfell, which is probably I think Dakota Kai and Sky are going to win the titles. I think it's going to go to them.
I think so too.
Yeah, I think they're going to beat Asuka, and they're probably going to. I wouldn't be surprised if they fight against Raquel and Aaliyah, and
Yeah.
I think that'll probably be the best final. And I think Dakota Kai and them are going to. Well, somebody said if you think
I was
about
really
if you think
Go
about their names, if you think about their name, it's Kai and Sky.
yeah.
Kai and Sky.
Eye in the sky.
Like what was the Asian guy?
Lucy in the sky.
No, the Asian guys. Remember the Asian guys back, Kai and Tai, back in the day. The Asian guys that were with Funaka and all them. Kai and Tai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Kai and Tai. Remember Kai and Tai? Because some girl put on
yes.
TikTok saying, I was like, oh shit. I didn't think about that. But yeah. But
Eye in the sky, yeah.
yeah, we'll see. You got Clash of the Castle coming up next. That's I think is in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
State-
Where's it taking place? In the
It's
UK,
in
right?
Cardiff, England. It's England, but it's called Cardiff. It's in Cardiff, England.
Cardiff. Okay.
Dude, for those Doctor Who fans out there know Cardiff, but anyway, Cardiff, England. Torchwood and Doctor Who have made appearances in Cardiff. It's pretty basic for it. But yeah, Cardiff, England. It's going to be at the castle. I don't know what castle is. But because of that, I was not shocked that Sheamus won going against Gunther because Sheamus is going to be.
Sheamus won.
Sheamus won he's going to fight Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship.
Oh wow! I didn't know he won.
Yeah,
That's
he won.
weird having
He
a
won.
heel go against a heel.
But he won't be a heel over there. Yeah, remember something. It's England.
Bro,
he won't be.
He's from.
He won't
He's
be a
from
heel over there.
Ireland,
Just
isn't
like
he?
how Sami Zayn wasn't a heel at Montreal and SmackDown. They were cheering the shit
That
out
was
for
kind
him.
of.
That was pretty cool.
kind of cool.
That was cool.
That
I
was
remember
kind of
years
cool
ago,
to see. Yeah.
When years ago, it was him and Kevin Owens came out. They said, "Oh, we don't care." And they start talking in French, and everybody started cheering and going laughing. It was pretty cool. But yeah, it was pretty cool to see. It was nice, and people were calling out for Sam. But you knew Sammy was going to win. There's no way Sammy was going to win.
No, I love Sammy though. He's still fucking funny.
But I like the little thing they did with him and Roman Reigns. I thought that was kind of funny. Do you see that
Yes.
thing? Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. That was kind of funny. But yeah, I don't get the whole Viking Raiders. That doesn't make any sense to me. That's got my nerves.
Yeah, there was no rhyme or reason for them to
No,
turn them. You know.
No, that's what it is. It's not, you beat the crap out of like the two smallest guys in SmackDown, Xavier Woods and Cody Kingston. If you had Big E there, it'd be a little different. But like Big E's
right.
who knows?
Broken neck, courtesy of Ridge Holland.
Yeah, who knows if he even coming back? So who the hell knows?
Really?
I mean,
Is that
they say
bad?
he's healing well. They say it's not as bad as everybody thinks it is, but people are saying like it's a back neck, it's a neck injury. It is what it is. It's
like Edge and
yeah,
Paige.
Edge and Stone Cold. Like Stone Cold's been out for years. He got early, Edge. Luckily for him, he was able to come back. So, yeah,
It's amazing what surgery they can do nowadays.
Yeah, well, the same thing with Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle had a very bad neck problems. And they did a different procedure where it went through the front of the neck or something. Like he had a different process.
Yeah, that's what happened to my roommate. He had to have neck surgery and they went through his throat.
Yeah, apparently it's a different procedure, less healing time, but of course
less
Angle,
invasive. Yeah.
yeah, and of course Angle kept going back too early, kept getting hurt again. So yeah, watching the WWE Legends with the Angle, I love watching this. I love watching this shit. It's funny. So
Edge is next. Wait, when's
Edge
that on?
is next. Sunday, tomorrow night. Yeah, we're recording this on Saturday, so
watch it.
Yeah, so definitely. So far, I had not watched the Bella Twins one.
No.
I've no desire to watch Bella Twins one. I watched all the other ones, but I've not watched the Bella Twins.
I haven't watched any of them yet.
They're good. They're pretty good. The Angle one's good. What else did I do? Goldberg's. You've already.
I don't like Goldberg.
I like Goldberg. I do like Goldberg, but he is a little bit of an asshole in the company in the company over the years. But like Goldberg was nothing majorly new. The Lex Luger one was good. That was pretty good.
Oh, I wanted to watch that one because that man fall from grace.
Yeah, Lex Luger was good.
Fall from grace. Yeah.
Lex Luger is definitely good.
Did they talk about Miss Elizabeth?
Yeah, you're talking about Miss Elizabeth. It's about him falling down and him getting arrested like so many times. He got arrested like fucking 15 times.
Oh my god!
And he finally found God, which hey, if it works for you, it works for you.
Whatever.
I'm happy.
Exactly.
They say he's a totally different person. It's a completely different person. He's a nice person. He's nice. He lives life. He's fine. He still has some problems because apparently he got really sick. And it's kind of he's a little paralyzed. Apparently, like he can't walk that very well or something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, it's good. Like you never really see too much about Lex Luger, so it was nice to see some behind like 2 hours. You know, it was actually 2 hours.
Wow.
Because I watched Lex a little bit in the Monday Night Wars, so yeah, I knew Lex a little bit. But yeah, there was some stuff. They start with the early stuff of him, like real early stuff. Now he went from football to wrestling and was in Memphis, and then he was up in NWA, and you know he was in South, and then Ric Flair grabbed him and wanted him for the Crockett promotions, and they brought him in there. They put him in a Four Horsemen for a while. It helped him out a lot. So yeah, it was good. I was actually watching the rival show with Triple H and Mankind before we started recording. So I gotta finish watching that later.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah, the rivalry shows are pretty cool. They had one with the WCW WWE one. That was pretty cool. The only thing I like about it is that it's Freddie Prinze Jr. and he's got a panel. He's got 4 people with him talking about it. But you don't really hear too much from the panel. It's either 1-4 set it's Kevin Nash. It was Kevin Nash, Kofi Kingston, JBL, and Tamina is the one set of 4s. And the other set of 4 uses Kevin Nash, Beth Phoenix, Cody Rhodes, and somebody I can't remember what the fuck it is. Oh, I can't remember the fourth.
Seth Rollins?
No, I can't remember the fourth person. I was just watching. I'm trying to think. Who was I watching? Fuck, I can't remember what it was. But anyway, that's the other fourth. But the people they have for the panel, they barely talk. It's all like interviews, taped interviews and stuff like that, all back in the day. So it's pretty good.
That's kind of silly.
But yeah, it's just
they have all that.
Yeah, a panel and they literally say like 10 words. And it's Freddie Prinze Jr. because he was a writer for WWE years ago for like 4 years. And apparently he didn't get along with a lot of people, so he didn't last long. He didn't get along with the Rock and all them, so that's why he didn't last very long.
Really?
Yeah, he didn't
get along with the Rock.
He didn't get along with the Rock, and somebody else he didn't get along with apparently.
I heard that the Rock is really easy to get along with.
I've heard the same thing, but like, yeah, there's a few people saying they can't get along with the Rock, and apparently, John Cena was the only one who couldn't get along with. John Cena. Apparently, John Cena liked some of his ideas. Apparently. But apparently, I heard Freddie Prinze Jr. is trying to get his own wrestling company.
I heard that too.
Yeah, so I don't know about that, but okay, whatever.
Yeah,
just when you
know
another damn wrestling company.
Good luck in your endeavor.
Yeah, good luck. What they said to Vince? Oh, that'd be funny as shit. Good luck in all your future endeavors. Oh, I hope somebody in future endeavored his ass. I hope. I bet you it was probably happy. I hope. Oh man. I'm tongue-tied right now, so I'm so excited. Because imagine if, like, Stephanie McMahon came and said, yeah, I'm the chairman, so good luck on all your future endeavors. You're retired. Because like people said, like it was very awkward. Like they were like Stephanie comes out and starts saying thanks for my father and all this blah blah blah, and then they start chanting thank you Vince, and she tells him to stop chanting. Like what the fuck you telling me to stop chanting for? I'm like, oh, here we go, here we go. I can see it. It was an inside coup. The daughter was behind everything. I can see it. Released all the documents. I can see it now. I can see an A&E special right now, like 15 years from now. How Stephanie took away the company from her father. I can see it now.
How she forced him into retirement so she could.
Oh yeah. I mean,
rule with an iron fist.
She already got rid of Shane. Shane got knocked out. So, Shane got knocked out. His dumbass shit from
Shane. I heard that Shane didn't want nothing to do with it anyway.
Yeah, I think Shane has been very bitter because apparently the reason why he left the company for like so many years is because Vince said that when he's done, he's giving the company to Steph, and he didn't like that. That's why he went off for 7 years and got his own company and shit like that. But anyway,
Shane's
I was not
an idiot anyway.
Yeah, I was not a big fan of SummerSlam. I thought the match with Brock and Roman was very unnecessary. I thought there wasn't even much to it.
It was only like 10 minutes, wasn't it?
It was a little longer than that, but yeah, it was like really like a little bit longer. I think it was like, well, if you don't count the entrances, it probably only 10 minutes.
I know, it takes them a half an hour.
Jesus Christ, especially with Roman with his goddamn entrance now. Jesus Christ, can you walk a little faster, pal? It's already fucking midnight. Let's go. Jesus Christ.
I did think though, was this on SummerSlam when Paul Heyman went through the table? Got F5 through the table.
F5, you got F5. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was great.
Because they're saying this is it. They're saying like, this is it for Brock. Brock's done. Brock was going around saying goodbye to everybody. He was on. There's a picture of him on top of the ring saying goodbye, waving, tapping his hat to everybody. Apparently, I guess with Vince being out, he's done. So I doubt he's gonna come back because he left. He left SmackDown the night.
Right.
He left.
I heard that.
He didn't get on a plane yet, so probably said, "Hey, let's just talk about this." They probably said, "Hey, you're in breach of contract. Get your fat ass back here." That's probably exactly what happened. You can leave if you want, but you're in breach of contract. So instead of us giving you $7 million, you're going to owe us $14 million. So yeah,
right. And he's probably like, "Well, I'm going to go back."
Now. He goes, "Yeah, I'll go back." But I mean, honestly, like I hope I never see a Roman Reigns and Brock match.
I'm so tired. This has been happening since like 2015.
And the funny part was, this is the last. This is the last time ever. This is why it's called Last Man Standing match. Well, wasn't the last time they fought winner take all? Hello.
Right. Same thing.
Yeah, okay. And here's speaking of winner take all, last man, last match, and final match bullshit. Did you hear Ric Flair wants to wrestle again in Puerto Rico?
I thought he just. Oh my god!
I can't stand it.
I heard he just.
If anyone ever asked me who the most overrated wrestler is, it's him. I mean, it's Come on, man.
And his daughter too.
Oh my god! And she's on a broken skull session too. I'm so pissed.
I heard about that.
I started watching
the other day when I was making my toast.
She seems like she does not want to be there, and I felt bad
because she wants to be with her husband.
I felt bad because I did feel bad because he asked her about like her reasoning for wrestling. Her reason for wrestling is her younger brother who passed away. So I did feel bad. So she's like, I'm gonna get emotional. So I feel a little bad, but she just doesn't seem like she wants to be there. I started watching the first maybe 30 minutes or so, and it just seemed like she doesn't want to be there. You know, everybody else is having fun. Sami Zayn was nice to see. He was all excited. You know, he talked about the Johnny Knoxville match, and he's defending it. And people probably make fun of it. He's like, "No, I'm defending it," which I understand what you're saying. Like, it's a good match overall. It is what it is, and that's what was so good about it.
It looked like it was a fun match. I mean, Wee Man body slammed him.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it kind of reminds me of the Bam Bam Bigelow versus Lawrence Taylor. The only problem is it kind of diminished Bam Bam Bigelow a little bit, losing to Lawrence Taylor.
Bam carried Lawrence Taylor for that whole match. It kind of put him down a little bit. I remember him having a very good promo in ECW for that. And he said, "I cooperate. All I do is cooperate. I ain't cooperating anymore." He was like, "Well, he asked me to lose to Lawrence Taylor. I cooperated." It was a little New York accent and stuff, like a little like North Jersey accent. I think it's from North Jersey, actually. The Beast from the East.
Yeah, Beast from the East. Yeah, you're right. That's right. The Beast from the East. You're absolutely right. I forgot about that. Yeah. So it reminded me of that, but in the end, it didn't hurt Sammy to do this. But Bam Bam, I think it hurt Bam Bam over the years losing to Lawrence.
It
Yeah,
did.
I think it really did. Because back in
It
those
was a
days,
bad booking decision.
it was also back in like the very early
90s.
90s, yeah, and like kayfabe and all that stuff wasn't really out there. People still believed in wrestling as much as they believed it back in the day. I didn't really believe too much in wrestling. It's fake. Yeah, I know. You know why I know it's fake?
Fixed, not fake.
It's fake. You know how I
Fixed.
know? You know how I know it was fake? When Undertaker rose to the ceiling after he died, after he lost the casket match.
Well,
and he
yeah,
rose
that's
to the
fake.
ceiling.
I'm talking about the actual wrestling. It's
Yeah,
fixed,
yeah. Me too. Yeah, the guy with the snake in his bag all the
supernatural
time.
powers.
Yeah.
You gotta admit though, the angle where Stephanie was strapped to the cross with the Ministry of Darkness, that was like
you'll never beat that time of wrestling. You'll never beat it. You'll never beat that again.
Was that with the Monday Night Wars? Was that?
Oh, that was right when. Yeah, that was when it Wars. Definitely, yeah, definitely the Wars. But yeah, that was some good shit. That was really good shit. My favorite part of the end was when you find out Vince was the higher power. It was me, Austin. It was me all along. Shut up. Anyway,
the other good angle I thought was when Hunter brought Stephanie through the drive-through.
That was the greatest. That is one of the greatest. That is one of the greatest angles of all time. I think that was beautiful. And then come out and actually she's with him. Oh, it was great. Yeah. I loved it. That was the great.
I did too.
That was probably the greatest ever. That was probably great. Also, what was the other one when The Rock turned to the corporate? That was pretty good.
Oh yeah,
when he won the tournament.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I think was it Shane? That's what it was counting for Stone Cold, and he just stops counting, stops and gives him the finger and shit like that or something. That was pretty good. I think that was part of it too, and that was pretty good. And then the one time to this day I get goosebumps watching it is when Mankind beat The Rock for the title on Raw.
Yes,
the infamous.
That was awesome.
Yeah, when everybody changed the channels from when they start winning the war because stupid ass Tony Schiavone told people on Nitro what's going to happen.
Yeah,
I was watching Nitro and he said, "Mankind, Cactus Jack is going to win the title," and I was like, "What did he just say?" So I changed the channel. They said 600,000 people changed the channel that night, and I did.
What an idiot!
Oh yeah,
to say that. Because
Bischoff did it all year. Bischoff did it ever since he took over. There are some early footage. It was early footage of like him like saying there's a famous one when he's like Shawn Michael beats Sid Justice or Sid Vicious or Psycho Sid, whatever, and he goes he beats him with a sidekick that a green belt could do better than him, or something like that. Jesus. Yeah, it's good. It's a good line. Now with a sidekick that a guy with a green belt couldn't even do, or something like that. I forget what it was. It's something I forget, but it's good. But yeah, those are the days. But you're not gonna get that nowadays. You should. I mean, you should get it. I mean, there's so much going on. The only thing that I do like was my favorite thing, and I thought about you because the thing you always say all the time is you think Vince and them think we're stupid when it comes to our storyline. I think you're right. Most of the time, I think you're right. Maybe a little more naive, but yeah. I think naive is a better word, but yeah, sometimes I like the one promo that show that we're not stupid. We know what's going on. Do you know what promo I'm talking about? You probably don't. My favorite promo so far, ever since Tripp took over.
Let me think.
Okay. I'll give you a hint.
All right.
Who's your daddy?
Oh.
When Roman Reigns said that your daddy's not here no more.
That was great.
The person who's pushing you is not here no more. This is mine. I thought that was so cool because it showed that we know what's going on. We see what's going on. We know the truth.
Exactly.
We know what's going on. We know he was a prodigal son and all that bullshit. And now,
it seems like they kind of not gave up on his push, but slowed down his push.
They slowed down his push. Like, he's getting his ass beat. But you know what? The way he is, the way they're presenting him, He should be getting his ass beat, so I'm not against that. It makes sense because he's sitting there talking shit about
everybody.
everybody.
He's a little douchebag.
Yeah, he's a little douchebag, which he's doing a pretty good job at. So I mean, I'm starting to get around. I'm starting to come around with
I
Theory.
love Theory.
Yeah, I know you always love Theory, but I'm starting to come around with Theory because it's more sense. What's going on makes more sense. But the funniest thing of all SummerSlam was Roman Reigns does a spear on Brock Lesnar, gets up. He does a punch on Brock Lesnar, gets up. Hits him with the chair, gets up.
Gets up.
Goes over, gets the Money in the Bank case, picks up, stops for a second, turns around, nails Theory one time with the case, and then starts walking away. I'm like, that's funny as shit.
It was.
It was like, I thought that was the.
It was an afterthought.
Thing. Yeah, it was just like, yeah, sit down, bitch. You're not getting up. But yeah, it's just. But like the thing with me and man was, they've been talking about that from day one with the Money in the Bank. Even before Theory won, they're all saying, "Oh, I'm going to cash in at SummerSlam." What?
Right.
Yeah, like you no.
Hold on to it, bitch.
Yeah, like no, but don't tell us. Like, why are you telling us?
Exactly, it should be a surprise.
Yeah, surprise. And the funny thing was, like, A-Town starts playing. By the time he gets to the end of the fucking ramp of the ring, it's like, who cares that he's out here? Like, the match could have been over by the time he got there. He's trying to get the rep to run. I'm like, where are you going? The best meme I've seen so far is a picture of like one of the Usos and Roman Reigns cracking up, and it says Bloodline laughing when Austin Theory's music hits because he's trying to cash in. Like, are you serious? That's so funny. That's funny. But yeah, it's just ridiculous. But I mean, the biggest story so far since we've been going is the Vince McMahon retirement, and that's something I never thought I would see.
I never thought I'd see it either. I thought he'd be pissing on all of our graves.
Yeah, I thought he'd be. I thought he'd probably pass away at a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be like, "Oh, he's not here tonight."
Pay-per-view.
He got sent to the hospital, blah, blah blah, and all of a sudden, next morning, you find out he was passed away. Like, I really thought he was a dying girl. That's how bad he is. Because the rumor is like him and Linda are not together.
Yeah, I heard that, and somebody did an interview with her, and she refused to talk about it.
Oh, you listen to the Racket Man too, huh? Yeah, me too.
Yes.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah. They asked her about it. She's like, "Yeah, I'm not here for that. I'm here for this." I'm like, she's not gonna talk. Like, she doesn't care. Like, you don't think she knows about this shit? Like, come on. Like, come on.
I feel bad for her.
I do, but I don't. Because, like, you literally were in a storyline with your husband and him making out while your apparently was comatose. So what the fuck, dude?
Right.
Like, you realize whose idea was it? Too. Whose idea was it for her to be in a fucking storyline with Trish Stratus and kissing Trish Stratus? I don't think Bruce Pitcher said, "You know what? You should be in a storyline so you can kiss." No, it was probably his fucking idea. Yeah. So I'm pretty sure Michael B.S. Hayes.
Vince is very cartoony.
Yeah, I don't think it was Michael B.S. Hayes. I got an idea. Why don't you kiss on Trish? I don't think that's what's going on. I don't think that. So yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think Paul Heyman comes. I have a wonderful idea, sir. Yeah.
I think Vince was like, okay, I can see it now.
But
I'm going to kiss Trish.
Yeah, I have a great idea. I'm going to make out with Trish and follow the wife. You sure about that, Vince? Yeah, she'll be fine with it. Okay.
And his wife's in the fucking wheelchair.
Yeah, his wife is in a wheelchair sitting there. I thought that story was cool when she got up. I thought that was pretty cool when she got up, though. I liked that. But still, I'm just like, what the fuck am I watching? Anyway, it kind of reminds me of like, but I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. But then it's like it kind of goes back to like what they say about Ric Flair, about how Ric Flair was like being like a little predator of people and girls, like how he was like doing things to that Plane Ride from Hell.
And he was doing Plane Ride from Hell.
Yeah, and how he was with the girls. And they're like, oh, that's not how he is. But look at his last two look at his storylines he had last year with WWE. Did he kiss Bailey or Bex on the side during the match or something like that? You can't even see it now. I can't remember who it is.
I think it was Becky.
Was it Becky he kissed? You can't even see it now. They took it off the network. You can't even see it on the network. And then what was the other storyline he was in? Apparently he got Lacey Evans.
Lacey Evans' pregnancy.
Hello? Like, you think? I mean, let me ask you something. If he's not like that kind of person, and you say, "Yeah, we're gonna put you with Lacey Evans and make you like her daddy," would you be like, if you weren't the parent, would you be like, that doesn't work for me, guys? I'm like 70 years old, and like my daughter works here. Like, it doesn't make any sense. No, he's like, woo, let's go. Yeah, I can see him right now.
Yeah.
That sounds great. You know what I mean? Like,
Woo!
yeah, woo, that sounds perfect. Yeah, dipshit. And then that was part of the reason why I couldn't stand Charlotte Flair, because then in that storyline, she's like, I want nothing to do with you. I don't need you, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bitch, you are him. That's your problem. Like, you are him. You should be called Sorry. You should be called Raquel, as close as his father's name as possible. I understand why you call her Sorry, because that's where he got famous, but that's where he lived. But still, like, you should be called Raquel or Raquel or whatever. Like, you are him. Like, I mean, you are your father.
A carbon copy.
You are a carbon copy of father. Now, when you were in NXT, you weren't like that. You had your more personality.
Her name was Charlotte.
Her name was Charlotte. That's it. She had a different
now Charlotte Flair, and she has the robes.
Her blonde. She wasn't really bleach blonde, but she was blondish hair that then. But
yeah, she was like golden blonde, and she didn't have all the fucking eyelashes and the fucking extensions. She looked very natural. She was wearing cute little booty shorts. Yeah,
it's just yeah.
She evolved into something else, I'll tell you.
Yeah. It was it's just I don't know. But it's just like, everybody's like, oh, he retired. Everybody's like shocked. I'm like, you're not shocked. There was more investigations, more stuff's coming out. The board of directors was like, you got to go. Like, we're done. Like, we're not dealing with this. You got to go. I'm pretty sure. Because it was funny because like the one podcast was talking about all the people who were on the board of directors, and it was like nobody from wrestling. It was always weird corporation people from like who was in charge of like one of the arenas and all these different companies. I'm thinking to myself like, so they probably never watched wrestling. They probably never had an idea what Vince was really like back in days. So now they see Vince like all of us, and they're probably like, oh my God, this is how he really is, blah, blah, blah. So I mean, it's just, it's like it's like one of the memes I saw was people outside wrestling. Oh my God, I'm so shocked at what Vince said. And Vince did that. And then it was like people who watch wrestling for the last 20 years. Duh. Like, yeah, no shit.
No shit.
No shit. Yeah, tell me something I don't know. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see how they do it. But like, it's funny how they're bringing all these people back. Like, I didn't even know who Hit Row was. I never saw Hit Row.
I don't like Hit Row. I'm sorry. Everybody's all fascinated with them. I think they're annoying. Sorry, guys. I know you're talented, but
they were
you're annoying.
They were on TV the other day. Came out and like I think it was this past SmackDown. I guess they were rapping. Yes. I wasn't even paying attention to them. I just had a TV on.
I wasn't either.
I just walked away. I'm just like, I don't need another rapping group. Like, come on, man.
John Cena back in his Thuggatronics days.
Yeah, that was funnier. That was much funnier. That was much better. This stuff is just ridiculous. But apparently, wasn't there a guy named Swerve in with the Hit Row?
Yes, now he's with AEW.
AEW, yes. Okay, all right, yeah. Because somebody did say something about now, because there was an article somebody said something about him going back with Hit Row, and he said, no, I'm fine where I'm at. Like, yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you got a contract.
There are some people who are counting down the days of their contracts, AEW, to go back to Triple H.
Yeah.
And one of them actually,
Adam Cole.
Adam Cole was definitely one of them. The other person I heard, the first person I heard that they're saying that might want to go back would be, which I don't think he'll go back no matter what, was Jon Moxley. They were saying Jon Moxley.
He'll never go back.
He ain't going back. There's no way he's going back.
They built AEW around him. Yes.
It's like they really when he went over there, they really shot the rock on him. He's the interim champion, which I think is stupid. But yeah, he's the interim. But they're saying like I haven't really watched him lately. I might actually go back on the my DVR and watch him. But they're saying his promos are very weird lately. Like he's very incoherent. Don't know what he's talking about. Like that's Ambrose. That was always the Ambrose. It's always Jon Moxley. I don't understand half the shit he's saying. He reminds me of Ultimate Warrior when it comes to some of his promos. You don't know what the fuck this boy's saying. You really don't. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? So it would be interesting. The one thing I can't stand about AEW is you probably see I try to keep up. I try to keep in touch with AEW just so we can talk about it a little bit. But a couple weeks back during our hiatus, there was a match between Chris Jericho and Eddie Kingston. This was called a barbed wire everywhere match.
I heard about this.
Okay. Now, I watched a little bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing. I watched a little bit of it because I was just like, this is so ridiculous. Because I didn't see it at first. I got to go back and watch it. But apparently, our boy we listened to also, he was laughing because apparently they showed Jericho blading himself on TV. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. I got to go back and watch it because I saw the beginning of the match because Barbara was everywhere. It was actually on the microphone and everything. It's on everything. So it was on the microphone and they start beating each other. But it was so bad. The funny part about all this was, because I guess they were advertising Shark Week, members of Jericho's group, the Jericho Appreciation Society, whatever.
Yeah.
They put them in a shark cage and hung up in the air. Right?
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
At one point, I don't know, I kind of turned it off, turned it back on. The girls that were involved, I'm not sure if the girls were involved, I don't. They start fighting, blah, blah, blah. The one girl gets the key. She goes over to the cage after the cage was lowered to unlock the cage. Okay? This is funny as shit. This is classic. All right? She couldn't unlock the cage. She couldn't get the key to unlock the door.
Oh, no. Oh,
so
no.
So the skinny boys, you know what they did? They walked right through the fucking bars of the cage. I think at least two of them walked right through the cage. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
Oh my
god! The only
God.
one I think was what's his name? I can't remember his name in AEW. Swagger was the one. He's the only one I couldn't. He's too big. But the other guy, I think Sammy Guevara. I don't think it was Sammy Guevara. It was the other guys. I can't remember their names. They walked right through the fucking cage. I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck was the point of the cage? What the fuck was the point of locking it? If get out of it.
Exactly.
Jesus Christ. And then, like, I think, did Jericho win the match? Jericho fucked himself up in that match. The chair hit him in his nose, broke his own nose, or busted his nose. It was so stupid. Yeah, it was bad. I'm not a big fan of Eddie Kingston or not. Something about Eddie Kingston I just can't. It just annoys the piss out of me. It just pisses me off. I just can't stand Eddie Kingston. And Jericho is so out of it and doesn't give a shit what's going on, and he doesn't care how he's perceived now as a wrestler. I don't think he gives a shit what's going on. He's just like, I'm here and that's it. I think he's
doing my job.
I think he's literally waiting to be. I think he's waiting to go back. I think I could definitely see Jericho going back to WWE with Trips and Sarge. I definitely could see him with Triple H.
Really?
I definitely see him going back. Definitely. I could definitely see him going back. I could definitely.
I like Jericho.
I've always liked Jericho. I like Jericho since he was Lionheart Chris Jericho. That's how long I liked Jericho. I liked him when he was in WCW. I liked him when he went to WWE.
I liked him when he was Raw's Jericho.
Yeah, Raw was Jericho. I like Jericho. Jericho was fun. I was so happy they gave him the titles. The uniform. I thought it was actually interesting to give him the undisputed titles the first time in that little tournament he had. So he had to beat The Rock and Austin to get the title, which no one thought was going to happen. So that was a nice little swerve, which I was happy to see.
Wow. I didn't see that, but wow, that's awesome.
The Ultimate, you didn't see the back in the days? When they merged the two titles?
What year was it?
Let's see, 2000 maybe? Before that?
Maybe I did see it then. Maybe I did see it.
Yeah, they merged the two titles. They merged the WWE title and the World Heavyweight title, the WCW title.
Oh no, this was before. This was after I stopped watching it. Then
it must have been because
I stopped watching it in 2003. The last time I watched it was in November 2003.
It was before that because 2002 or 2003 is when Stone Cold stopped wrestling and Stone Cold was in the tournament. It was four guys. It was Jericho, The Rock, Kurt Angle, and Stone Cold, and they fought for the undisputed titles. And they gave it to Jericho. So yeah, it was pretty good. You guys, you remember? Trust me. When you're a little more clear-headed, you'll remember.
Coherent.
You're coherent. Yeah, when you're a little more uppity.
I know. I look a little.
Yeah. I saw you. I see. Yeah, I see it. Yeah. I see it. Yeah, it is what it is. Still a good show. I don't care. We're good.
It is. But it's always a good show.
It is for you. I know. Whether it's a bad show or a good show, it's always a good show for you. Yeah, it's just fun to see See what happens. The promo that you missed for Karen Cross, that promo, that was pretty good. I can't remember how it was.
I heard about it, but I missed it.
Yeah, it was. He was saying stuff to Drew like, "Oh, you're the chosen one. You were the chosen one, and you failed," or something like that. I can't remember what it was, but it was actually pretty good. And I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at this promo, and I'm looking at Scarlett, who I think she is pretty. She's hot. And I'm looking at this guy. This guy has a very good look to himself. He looks like a good wrestler. He looks like. Did you ever see Karate Kid Part 3? He looks like Matt Barnes, like all on steroids. That's what he looks like. But I don't know if you ever see Karate Kid 3.
No.
But he looks like him. And I'm looking at it, and I saw this promo. And it was actually pretty good. And I'm thinking to myself, why the fuck did they release this guy? Like, why was he released? Like, I don't get it. I mean, he has a good look to himself. He's pretty big. He's a nice tall guy. He's not like one of these little guys they have nowadays in WWE. So he's got a nice little size to him. So it's like, why would you release him? Like, I just don't get it. I don't know. But yeah, we'll see how it's going to work out, because you got Clash of the Castle, and apparently I saw numerous reports about this, that Roman Reigns is completely okay with losing the belt at Clash of the Castle. I think
it would be a great idea.
I think
he's had a very long run.
He has no problem losing. Apparently, the reports are he has no problem losing the belts being a part-timer. Since he's a part-timer, he has no problem losing belts. Whether he does or not, who knows? But I don't know about giving it to Drew. That's a little weird, but honestly, Drew was champion with no crowds. Let's give him the championship and let him have a crowd. I mean, even if it's just Survivor. First of all, Triple H, I know you're not listening to this. I know there's no shot in hell you hear this, but please do not do the Raw versus SmackDown Survivor Series. That is the stupidest fucking thing they ever did.
I agree.
I could not. You ruined one of your greatest pay-per-views of all time. Do the Raw versus SmackDown, the Survivor Series match style, 4 versus 4, 5 versus 5. Do it the old way. I don't need to see. Everybody's like, oh, look what happens. All the marks are like, oh, this thing, if this hates like this, you're going to see Gunther versus Bobby Lashley at the Survivor Series. And then what? Nothing. Who cares? Who cares who wins?
Exactly. It's a one night thing.
Because it'd be like AEW versus WWE. Who cares who wins? We don't care who wins.
Honestly, I think the best Survivor Series that I've seen in a while was the one where NXT was involved.
Whatever was the one. What was the one where? Is that when also Becky broke her nose? Was that after or before? I think that was before.
No, that was after.
That was after. Yeah, when they had a little squash with Nia Jax, and of course Nia Jax, who can't control her, can't not help
through a potato.
Yeah, cannot help herself from hurting somebody. Just fucking nails her right in the fucking face. I'm like, and she didn't even care. She did no sell that at all, man.
Oh, she looked great.
Oh, she no sell that
blood
at all.
gushing.
She got her nose is sideways. She got blood over her face, and she just put her arms and she goes, "Yeah, now what? Like whatever. I'll see you guys Sunday." I was just like, I'd be like, "Dude, I'm out of here. I'm going home."
I need an ice pack.
One of my employees the other day was like, "I burned myself. I'm going home." I said, "Dude, you see all these scars on my arms? You're not going anywhere. Get your ass back on the line and cook something." Goddamn.
Unless you're on fire, you're not.
I was like, you better start manning up, dude. You better get some Tylenol and man up. Get your ass back on the damn thing. Put some butter on it. You'll be fine. And I turned around. I turned at one point. Looked over. He actually had butter on it. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Apparently, this helps. I'm like, all right, dude, whatever. I don't care. But so far, the only matches I think Clash of Champions. So Clash. Yeah, see.
I've been saying that too.
Yeah.
They have that in September.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. I think you're right. It is on one of the lists. I'm not sure when it is, but yeah. But yeah, Clash of the Castle. That's a mouthful for you.
Castle on the Hill.
Yeah, I guess Castle on the Hill. But so far it's like 3 matches so far. It's the Gunther versus Undisputed would be
Drew
versus
Roman.
I'm pretty sure Cross is going to probably interfere somewhere with that match, which I hope he does, or maybe it turns out triple.
Yeah, give it to fucking what's his name?
Yeah,
Drew.
Yeah, the Drew.
And then there's the 6-woman tag.
6-woman tag, which I think is ridiculous, but who am I to judge?
Right.
You got Bailey Kodakai, who looks like resting bitch face, like unbelievably resting bitch
I
face.
said the same thing. That girl cannot get out of that.
That girl has this. I don't know if it's a resting bitch face. She just has the same look on her face over and over again. I'm pretty sure that's why Vince got rid of her. That bitch never smiles at me. She don't smile at anybody.
Same
Vince.
thing.
Yeah.
Same thing with Kaylee Ray, though. Kaylee Ray has a resting bitch face.
Kaylee Ray. Yeah.
She was in UK.
So I never really watched the UK. Never really watched the UK. I heard
She's Elba Fire now in NXT.
I heard they also released people from the UK. I heard.
Yeah, they closed the UK one down.
But now they're going to do a UK. I heard they're going to do a UK NXT in 2023. I also heard. Well, hold on, let's go back to Clash. Let's go back to this. So yeah, the 3 matches. You got the undisputed title. You got the six match with the women, which I think is just dumb. They should just have a title.
Yeah,
match.
it is.
I just whatever. They should have a title match, and those girls should be fighting as a tag team. I don't need a 3-way. Anyway, it's too many 3-ways in both organizations. Too many 3-ways. Too many 6-man tags. Stop. And it's not right doing 3-ways, but whatever. All the perverts.
Too many 3-ways. Too many 3-ways.
Yeah, too many 3-ways. All the perverts are like, dude, there's never too many 3-ways. Go back to Pornhub and shut the fuck up. Anyway.
Right.
And then we got Sheamus versus Gunther for the.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
The Intercontinental.
Yeah. So those are the only 3 matches they have so far, right? Am I missing a match? Oh, let me look it up.
I'm trying to think. Is it Seth Rollins versus Riddle?
Oh, maybe put that out there. Hold let's see. Let's see real fast.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah. Because it's only 2 weeks away. And I'm only thinking. I only heard 3 matches.
Yeah. Okay, the women's championship, Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler.
Oh yeah, Liv Morgan versus Shayna Baszler, which is like.
There's only 4 matches. The undisputed Universal Championship, SmackDown Women's Championship, Seth Rollins versus Riddle, and then the 6-woman tag.
So that's it so far. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
you watch at the very last minute, they're gonna be like, "And I want you at Clash at the Castle."
Yeah, I can see a Madcap Moss versus Happy Corbin again, and that motherfucker.
Oh Lord, have mercy! They need to just bury that.
Or what's his face? I can't remember his name now. The fuck's his name? Pat McAfee.
Oh, I love Pat McAfee.
He's still digging at Corbin on the mic. So who knows?
Good.
Is it shirtless Corbin or whatever? I'll tell you one thing. If Roman was going to lose the titles and he's going to lose to Drew, this is where you do it. Don't fuck around. Let him win. If you're going to give the belt if you're going to let Drew have the belts for whatever amount of time, give it to him here. Because him over there and winning the titles, you're going to get the biggest pop in the fucking world. That's going to go crazy. Yeah. You got the biggest pop in the world. And enough for the 2 fucking belts. Get a fucking unified belt. Enough for the 2 belts. Like, come on.
I agree. I think it should be separate like it was before.
They should
Same with the tags.
They really should do one. It's going to look stupid. They just do one where the one side of the strap is a blue and the other half is red. Just split it, put them in one.
That's kind of cool idea.
Yeah, just do it. Don't overthink it. Like the first undisputed title. The first undisputed title was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was actually pretty good.
I missed 13 years of wrestling. I figured it out the other day. A 13-year gap.
I have several gaps because I will watch it for a while, then stop, watch it for a while, then stop, watch it for a while, stop. I pretty much stopped watching it when Alberto Del Rio started coming in. I didn't like Alberto Del Rio at all.
I didn't either.
It's like 2020. It's like being 2020. I had a very good reason I like that motherfucker. That dude is fucking crazy.
Didn't he kill somebody?
He was involved in something, I forget, but apparently he was in a very abusive relationship with Paige. So yeah, that's what I read. That's what I heard. Paige is not a fan of him. So anyway, but after Clash of the Champion, oh my God, Clash of the Castle. Next after that, I believe, is Extreme Rules.
Yes.
I'm going to.
I'm so excited for you.
I have
told
my
Casey-
seats already. I'm going. Unfortunately, I cannot get front row in the bottom, but they actually
I
have
told
some.
Casey I'm gonna cash app you guys $50. I want you to pick me up a program.
Yeah, send it to me. I'll take care of it. No problem. Yeah, it's yeah, I actually got tickets. It's in Philadelphia, which I'm in Philadelphia, born and raised. So yeah, wasn't going to go, and then I was trying to see seats because I wanted front row seats because my bucket list, number 2 on my bucket list is pretty much, well, actually number 1 on my bucket list is being front row at a pay-per-view.
That would be awesome.
I always want to be front row at pay-per-view. I don't care.
Just like the guy with the green shirt.
Yeah, I want to sit next to that motherfucker. I prefer if I had to choose one, it'd be Royal Rumble. I would love to be in the front seat of Royal Rumble. That would be one.
I love the Royal Rumble.
You got Extreme Rules coming to Philadelphia, and then we have WrestleMania coming to Philadelphia.
That's coming, right, not this year, but the year after.
It's coming to Philadelphia. It's coming to Lincoln Financial Field where the Philadelphia Eagles play.
I thought it was in Hollywood this year.
It's in Hollywood this year.
Coming up.
Oh no, I'm sorry, 2024. You're right. 2024 is in Philadelphia.
Okay, I thought so.
2023 is in Los Angeles. Now the thing that makes me mad is they're already saying that 2024 in Philadelphia is a 2-day WrestleMania.
That's awesome.
So, no, I'm a little pissed off because I can't afford both days.
Well, pick one that's good. Pick one with.
You're not gonna know that till the way they do the schedule now. You're not gonna know that till like a week and a half before it's done. You gotta buy tickets.
Oh, that
a week and a half before.
Was it? I think your wife said something about doing the Hall of Fame instead.
Yeah, we might just do the Hall of Fame. I might just do the Hall of Fame.
That's a good idea.
The only problem is like who's gonna be left to be in the Hall of Fame that's gonna make it good.
I mean,
seriously, who's left? I mean, we already had go back in our archives. We already talked about the Hall of Fame. One of our first episodes was actually one of our first shows we did. I think it was our second show, actually, second or third show. We talked about Hall of Fame, who belongs in the Hall of Fame. So
yeah, RVD for life.
All right, well, he's in the Hall of Fame.
He's one of my favorites. I love.
I'll tell you one thing: if I go to the Hall of Fame and they induct the Hebners, I will crack the fuck up. I will laugh. I'd be one of those like what's the old saying, like a pig and pig and slop or something like that, But I'd be so fucking ecstatic, man. Because I said in the show that I don't understand how the Hebners are not in the Hall of Fame. I don't care what they did. I don't get it. They belong in the Hall of Fame. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I still don't understand it.
It's punishing them.
Yeah. You got.
Well, maybe now that Vince isn't involved, maybe they will get inducted.
You never know. That's a possibility.
Yeah.
That is a possibility. So, going to that point, let's go to this point. Should Vince McMahon be put in the Hall of Fame?
No.
I think that's, I don't know. I think you got to see what happens with all these allegations first before you make a decision.
Yeah. They said that one of the investigations has been completed.
Yeah, but several investigations.
Yeah.
The rumor was that 10. Apparently, like, all these news people are doing their own investigations, man. Apparently, HBO Sports is doing another one investigation on their own. Because it's from New York Times, pretty much. But there's other news vendors. Yeah, all these. New York Times is the one that started breaking the story. But now, HBO Sports and all these other news. The Wall Street Journal, all these other people are having their own articles and getting ready. And when they do that, you have to get a you have to let these people know, like, hey, we're doing an article on you. Would you like to come? You be part of it. You have to have a rebuttal, blah, blah, blah. So I'm pretty sure they get all these phone calls like, hey, we want to talk to Vince. We're having an article, but we're doing a report on our, blah, blah, blah. So they're probably like, no, this isn't going away. Like,
right.
Yeah. But yeah, I was a little upset that you didn't see Vince the day of his retirement. I thought that was a little weird. I would let him come out for
He should have went out and waved to the crowd.
He should have came out and said, not come out with his music, come out with some other old jingle and come out and said, listen, thank you everybody. I'm done. Yeah. I'm retiring. Y'all take care.
I'll catch you on a beach in Mexico.
Yeah, the WWE Universe is in good hands with Steph and everybody. That's it. I'm out of here. Thank you. because like
Peace.
Steph comes out and they start thank you, Vince. Oh no, we're not there yet. We're not at that point yet. What the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you gonna stop him thanking? This guy's like, and the funny thing is, this is your father, not somebody like part of. This is Bruce Pritchard. It's your fucking father.
Right.
Yeah, I'm.
Thank you, Vince.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vince.
We're jumping ahead, everybody. We're jumping ahead. Hold on. What? I thought we got rid of the scripts. I guess we're still doing scripts. I'm sorry, we didn't read a script. We didn't know when we were supposed to start chanting. What the fuck are you doing? Like, oh my god! It's just...
Oh, I want to bring up something real quick.
Sure,
Did you read the article about Dewdrop?
Yeah, apparently Triple H is going to change her name. Yes, I did. I was
back to Piper Niven.
I forgot about bringing it up. I was going to say that. I was something when we were talking about the women's thing. We were going to say, yeah. Apparently, I did see something about he wants to change her name. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, back to Piper Niven. Yeah, and they're saying that she's one of the safest workers. They showed a clip of her protecting Alexa Bliss's head.
Really? Nice.
Yeah, when she threw her up against the ring post, she put her hands like over her head and smacked the ring post with her hands. You can't tell because she did it so fluidly.
Yeah, I don't
pointed it out.
I like Dewdrop. I don't have no problem with Dewdrop. I don't like her name. I think her name is disgusting.
I think it's stupid.
I think calling a girl of her size and her stature Dewdrop, it's really disrespectful. I just think
it is.
Dewdrop, like really? Because I wasn't really watching. I was in and out watching, and then all of a sudden she showed up on Raw, and I'm like, who the fuck is Dewdrop? I'm like, what the fuck is the name like Dewdrop? I mean, I understand why they have her up there. She's replacing Nia Jax, which is fine, but I'm like, Dewdrop?
She's a lot better than Nia Jax too.
Yeah, it's a shame because Nia Jax. It's a shame that Nia Jax is not a safe worker from the lineage that she comes from. It sucks. She's pretty much the small. I mean, she's pretty much from the Rock's side of the family. I don't get it. I just don't understand.
She's just not talented like The Rock. That's all.
Yeah. And we already had a conversation about his daughter getting involved. I'm like, fuck that. I'm not doing that. I don't care. Like, you're not going to compare me to my father for the rest of my life. Nah, I'm good.
Right.
I'm good.
I guess she made her debut.
I don't know if she did or not. Did she?
I know there was a video of her in front of like a test crowd.
Oh, really?
Doing a promo.
Okay.
And they were hooting and hollering for her.
I know she's got like her ring name out now. What's it, like Simone or something like that? Is it Simone?
No, it's Ava Raine.
Simone's her real name, I think. Is Simone her real name?
Yes, Simone's her real name.
Yeah.
Simone Johnson. SJ.
Simone Johnson. That don't sound right at all. But anyway. Yeah, we got Extreme Rules coming up in Philly. And then there's Survivor Series, and I hope Survivor Series is not the split. I really don't hope. I hope.
Yeah.
I really do.
I'm so sick of the brand split crap.
Yeah, I mean they're starting to slowly end it. Like you see them kind of like dwindling back and forth. You see Drew here, Drew there, Roman there. It's starting to be good. I mean, I don't know. It's just it's getting a little better. All I know is that I was very disappointed because we have conversations about tag team divisions in both women and the men's division in WWE, and I think they made a very bad point of the Street Profits not being the Usos.
I was just going to say something similar.
Because who else is going to fucking be him? I think we had a conversation when we were actually watching. I think we were texting each other then. Who the fuck's going to be him now? Because
no one.
And don't get me wrong, the Street Profits are over, but they're not over in the way they should be over. They're good. They're fun to watch. They're fun to wrestle, but they're still like some people actually think they're green still, but they're still learning. But I could see them being Usos. Okay, the fucking male models are not being Usos. The fucking Alpha Academy are not being the Usos. Okay, I don't know. They're not really tag teams anyway. I'm trying to think. The Viking Raiders. If you give the titles of Viking Raiders, you guys are assholes. That's just. I'm sorry. That's just dumb.
I hate that gimmick.
Yeah, I don't mind a gimmick. I just don't like the whole I want to beat everybody the fuck up now. It's just get the fuck away. Like you really messed up. And I remember it wasn't SummerSlam, it was Money in the Bank. I remember. I don't remember. Remember, I said they had a big push. They had their comeback. Montez Ford jumps off the top of the ropes, hit his frog splash, and then Jay or Jimmy comes and breaks it up. When that happened, the whole crowd came out of the match because they knew right there and then they were winning the match.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the Money in the Bank, it seemed so different. Once it happened, it was like, ugh. And that was it. The crowd was just like, you see, it's
deflated.
I was just going to say that. The expression is inflated, the crowd deflated, and that was like one example. I never really saw or heard it until I saw that. I'm like, they were just like, oh, all right, well, yeah, Usos going to win again. They didn't care. Because the match was, I think the match ended like a couple minutes after that. And it was just like, I don't know. And then you had SummerSlam. I was like, okay, maybe they'll win at SummerSlam. And then SummerSlam, they lost again. And they're like, oh, you see Montez Ford's face? He's going to turn heel and split away Andrew Dawkins. And then do what? Why would you split them up? So instead of having
no other allies.
Instead of having 7 tag teams in the fucking tag event, you only have 6. What's the point of breaking them up? Like, seriously.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like what they did with fucking the Iconics.
Yeah.
There was no reason to break them up, and they did anyway. And they had no idea it was going to happen.
Yeah.
I heard they just showed up, and they're like, oh, we're breaking you guys up.
Which is how most of the time it is. Like, it's so, like, hot booking sometimes. It doesn't make any sense. It's just, I don't know.
Did you know WWE asked them to be in the Royal Rumble? And
yeah. They said, no, we're good. I want to be in there either. Fuck you.
I know you guys fired me. Fuck off.
But then Mickey James, like, yeah, I'll come back as long as I bring my title. Like, all right, whatever. Okay.
And you use the song that I have in Impact.
Yeah, it's weird. Whatever. But yeah, I'm very disappointed in that. It was one of the things, since we were going, I was very disappointed. I was very upset with that. I really want them to win the belts. I really want Street Profits to take the belts off because I don't think Jimmy, I don't think the Usos are really, I don't want to say accomplished because they are very good. They are good. I do like them. But the fact that they had the title belts so long, the reason why they had title belts so long is because this is like one of the rants I was going to do. I was going to do a show myself and just do a rant, and this is one of the rants I was going to say. I'll just do it here now. What pisses me off is this is what makes me mad about the tag team titles. And I realized this the other day watching these matches with the Street Profits, and I realized what was the problem. You had the Street Profits win single matches. Okay, great. Right. You wanted to give them a little over because, okay, they beat them singly, maybe they can beat them together. Okay, that wasn't going to happen. Back in the days in the 90s, the late 90s, with the Hardy Boys, the Dudley Boys, Edge and Christian, even APA, all of them, the titles were hot potatoes all the time. The reason why, in my view, now looking at it now, is because people are like, oh, it's hot booking. No, it was to show that anytime these guys can take the belt off each other at any time.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay? Wait, so if you saw a match with the Hardy Boys and the Dudley Boys on a pay-per-view, you had no idea who was going to win that match because it wasn't like this. Now, when you see Usos fight everybody, you know the Usos are going to win. Because the other matches, the other tag teams are not that over. The closest people they had over was probably Riddle and Randy. I don't think Randy won the belt because Randy was hurt. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
The next people in line were probably the Street Profits. But you let them lose twice in the pay-per-view. You gave them the single matches, which was fine, was nice. Okay, great, thanks. But when it came time to actually put them over, you didn't do it for them.
Exactly. It always happens that way.
Now what are you going to do with
that? It always happens that way. And then at the beginning of the match who's going to win by the offense. Because if the babyface gets the offense in first, they're dead. Yeah. They're done. They get the pin.
It's getting more and more predictable now during the match. Like if we were going to pick a win during the match, we can guess it all the time because the way it goes now, you can tell who's going to win. Like if Andrew Dawkins is beating the shit out of Jey Uso in the first of the match, guess what? Usos are winning. It's that simple. Usos are winning, and it's like you don't see a pattern in which like. And my point is now, like, what are you going to do now with the tag team titles? It's like it's pretty much like. All right, we have 2 titles, we unify them, and now what? Just keep them on the Usos until we figure out what to do. You got the tag team for women all of a sudden being in a tournament, so you got something going on there. You might have something.
Finally.
You might have something interesting now with, with Raquel and Aaliyah versus the Toxic Attraction. So you have something going on there. You have something on the other side with Asuka and what's her called fighting Sky and Kai. So you got someone both. You actually got a good booking there, which is interesting. So we'll see where it goes. But then what? You bring back Bella. You bring back Sasha and Naomi. Okay, and have that. That's good. But then what are we doing for the guys? The tag teams for WWE tag team titles were fun. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s with Edge and all them, and it was fun.
It meant something.
Yeah, tag teams were good. They were fun. They had some momentum. They were great. So it's like the women's championship, like the women's division. It was so good. Yeah, the triple threat match. First time women's are in charge, and then all of a sudden you barely see women out there anymore. Now they're bringing more of the women back in, and they're bringing more. But now, okay, get Ronda Rousey out the way. Get Becky Lynch. What they did, they benches. Before the injury, Becky was kind of like on the sideline. You still knew she was there from her promos, but she wasn't really involved. She was trying to be involved, which I liked. But then you have Charlotte Flair, which, she kind of stepped back because she went personal, which I totally agree. It's fine with her. I'd go get married, have fun, go make some babies. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's good life. I can't stand her as a wrestler, but, she's a human being. She's fine. But, like, then what? Like, you got them, like, repeating gimmicks again. You got the M&Ms now. You got the M&Ms back in the days. Used to come out with photography, like their models. Now you got the pre-boys. You got fucking Mighty Molly Holly, and now you got fucking Nikki
Molly
Ash.
Holly.
Mighty Molly, and now you got Nikki Ash. Enough with the shit. Like, come on. They don't need to have gimmicks. Roman Reigns
needs to go back to Nikki Cross.
Needs to start being a badass. They need to change both of them. Both of them came at the same time. She come out Nikki Cross, her come out as
Piper Niven.
Piper Niven. Yeah, have her come out with Roman. Say fuck it. Enough.
It is her real name.
Piper Levens?
Niven.
Oh, Niven. It's just, come on. Let's stop playing the games. Enough of the fucking bullshit. I mean, like, I put a comment on my TikTok about Orange Cassidy, who I can't fucking stand.
Oh God,
Orange Cassidy
so
was fighting.
Boring.
Orange Cassidy was fighting Wardlow, and Orange Cassidy is just sitting there kicking Wardlow's shins, and I'm just like, I put a TikTok video like, this is wrestling? Like, really? And one of the comments I got was from a guy. He said, "Yeah, good luck with those male models." I'm like, "All right, you got me on that one." I can't say it. So you got me on that one.
Those male models.
I gotta say, message to the guy like, "All right, you got me on that one." All right, but then it's like, I mean, like, it's just, I just don't. I'm tired of seeing the same things over. You actually, not only are you doing the things over and over again, he did the same shit in the same year. You have Brock lose a match, then go in Royal Rumble and wins. Then you have Austin Theory losing his match, then going in Money in the Bank and win. Like, we already saw this shit in the same fucking year. Like, come on. Liv Morgan
just recycled.
Liv Morgan cashing in on Ronda Rousey. Not the first time we saw that. Alexa Bliss did it 3-4 years ago. Like, this ain't nothing new. You're not doing anything new. You're just recycling shit.
I wish they would do more long-term booking with the Money in the Bank.
Yeah,
like they're doing with Theory.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Theory. Honestly, this is my theory on that, and you can quote me this one in case it happens. So, I don't think Theory's going to cash in the Money in the Bank.
Do you think he's going to lose it?
Oh yeah, I think he's going to lose it to somebody.
Like Otis did, because they had no idea what to do with Otis once he had it.
Yeah, I think Theory has it because I don't think Theory was supposed to win the Money in the Bank. I think someone else was supposed to win it with Money in the Bank. I think Cody was supposed to win the Money in the Bank, and since Cody's out, Theory got the Money in the Bank. And I think when Cody comes back, he's going to fight Theory for the title for that.
That's good, yeah. That
would be good. My other theory is, to get one belt off Roman Reigns is have a Iron Man match, and Cody has to beat Roman Reigns twice. But we will see what happens. Yeah, so I mean that was good. It was nice to start talking about wrestling again. Let's start shutting this down because I can see your eyes drooping and my eyes are starting to droop. I got to open tomorrow.
Yeah, so. I'm really tired. I haven't slept good lately.
I opened today, so yeah, I've been up since freaking like 7 o'clock. So yeah, that's fine. But let everybody know we're going to start trying to be more back into the shows, especially now with Triple H in charge. So we're trying to get back. We took a
Yes.
long hiatus. So we're definitely going to start doing some more content and stuff. I might do some of my old content, maybe do some rants or something, talk about the old stuff. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Since last time we did a show, Vince McMahon was in charge, and a lot of the NXT guys weren't there, and now Triple H is in charge, and a lot of NXT guys are back. So we'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got Clash of the Castle in 2 weeks, and then we got Extreme Rules. So we'll see where it goes from there. I don't think NXT is getting any better. I haven't really heard NXT getting better, but Triple H. Another thing, if you're listening, please change Braun Breaker's name, please. You don't want to make him a Steiner. Give him his father's first name at least. Jesus Christ, enough of the Braun Breaker. It's so stupid.
Rick Breaker.
Yeah, there you go. Rick Breaker. Or call him Rob, because his real name's actually Rob. So
right, Rob Breaker.
Yeah, his real name's actually Rob. His sister actually said on WWE Network, saying, "Oh yeah, Rob's great," and all of a sudden like, what? Yeah, that's an old school. When Steiners were in WWE for about 2 years or a year and a half.
I remember when they made their debut. I was there.
Really? Awesome.
Yes.
Nice. But yeah, so anything else from you, Tina? Anything else? You good?
Not that I can think of right now. I pretty much let everything out that I wanted to.
I think we pretty much covered the last month and a half or 2 months from going. So yeah, I think there's not much more we can think about. We'll go think of something like, damn, we should talk about that, but I can't think of anything else.
Right. We'll write stuff down for the next one.
Vince McMahon pretty much took over everything. We had all these ideas. Yeah, Vince retires. Well, fuck everything else. Fuck MJF's pipe bomb. Vince McMahon retired. Yeah, he's like,
more newsworthy.
MJF's like, I got a pipe bomb. We're good. Beat that. Yeah, I'm retiring. Oh, fuck. Yeah. So, yeah. All right. So this was fun. We need to start doing this more again. It was fun.
Yes.
I actually miss doing this. So, all right, guys, we're going to head out, and everybody be safe, and thanks for listening. So, Tina, good night.
Good night, and peace.
Peace. All right. Bye.
Bye.